Not all prisms have rectangular bases. 104. Some have bases that are triangular. Some have bases that are octagonal or pentagonal. Boys, what are the shapes of the bases of this?
Rectangle.
Yeah, bases really hard.
Bases, octagons. In this activity, you use your knowledge of the area of triangles to develop a method for finding the area of regular polygons with 5 sides, 5 or more sides. So a pothum is on page 104 of your book. So define a pothum.
So define a pothum.
Define a pothum.
I thought you were telling Tommy to read it. It's right there. It's not saying a pothum.
I know.
Not like possum.
Yeah, whatever.
A pothum.
Yeah, I totally carry around a bottle of trash. Hey guys, so are you back to your signature?
All right, definition of a pothum. Noah.
Is a segment whose measure is perpendicular distance from the center of the angle.
It's a segment that is
perpendicular distance from the center of a rectangular polygon to one of the sides.
okay. Show me with your hands. What does it mean to be perpendicular? You guys are showing me parallel.
Oh, no.
Perpendicular.
Oh, is it like this?
It is like this.
See, I was thinking
So in your book, you have this line. It measures a distance that's perpendicular to the base. And of course, it's not going to let me play with it. So no matter how many sides you have, here's a hexagon. 7 sides, 8 sides. You always have an apothum. And you can break the octagon up into what shapes? Triangles. If you break this up into a triangle, what is the apothum showing you? What is it measuring?
the height.
The height of what? The triangle. So we've already looked at finding areas of these shapes. We've broken it up into triangles. Not yet. I'm going to submit it.
Oh, you're just.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I didn't need to grab it.
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Medicine?
All right, so your apothum is at the center. And it's perpendicular to the base. All right, example 1, record the appropriate links in the first 3 columns of the table for each sketch. Then we're going to find the area of one of the triangles in each of the sketches below. And then we're going to use the area of one congruent triangle to find the total area of the polygon. So for the pentagon, how many triangles can we break it up into?
5.
What is the length of the apothem?
4.5 centimeters.
What's the length of each of the sides on the pentagon?
5 centimeters.
So the area of one triangle is 1/2 times the base, which is 5, times the height of the triangle, which is
4.5.
4.5, which equals
11.25.
all right.
Oh, mine went on.
Now, one triangle equals 11.25. How many triangles do we have in the pentagon?
5.
Multiply it by 5.
There we go.
56.25.
Okay?
Where I said
56.25. What are our units?
Units are centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared. All right, the hexagon is broken up into how many triangles?
6.
6. What's the length of the apothem on the hexagon?
4.5 also.
What's the length of the side?
6.
So to find one triangle, what do I multiply?
6 times 4.5.
Okay?
What is it?
And that gives us an area of, I'm sorry?
43.5.
No?
Oh, wait. No. Oh, I did 14.5, my bad.
It's bad.
Wait, is it this one?
13.5.
13.5.
Slow there.
You already divided by 2. All right, so one triangle is 13.5. How many triangles are there?
6.
6.
82. All
That goes 81.
Equals what?
81.
Okay. The octagon has how many triangles? 8. 8. A thingy?
It's an apostrophe.
It is an apothem.
I like possum.
Kind of like possum, yes.
Awesome.
What's the length of the side?
82.
4. So to find the area of one triangle, what do we do?
4 times 3.8 divided by 2.
Okay? Which equals?
7.6.
7.6.
That's
But I multiply that by 8 since it's 8 sides.
60.8.
It is 8 triangles.
There are 8 triangles, and that gives us 60.8. All right, now yesterday, when you guys saw the N on your worksheet, what were you giving to me? The formula. So we see N gone here. So what do you think we're going to try to do right now? Write a formula. So we use letters to represent a formula. So number of triangles, we will use the letter
N.
N, correct. Apothem, we are going to use the letter A. Number of sides?
X.
S. I'm sorry, length of sides.
This is in parentheses.
Yeah, it says in parentheses. You would
Yep, it does. So to find the area of the triangle, it's 1/2 times A times S.
And that equals
Is that question?
Isn't it base times height?
It is normally, but for this case, since we're using an apothem, we're going to use the A and the F. Okay? It is the same thing as 1/2 base times height. Now, for the area of the polygon, what else do we have to multiply by?
18
Number of sides. Very good.
times
So now we have the formula 1/2 times A times S times N. As the number of sides, boys, as the number of sides of a polygon increases, what happens to the shape of a polygon?
It gets more like a circle.
Very nice. The area of a regular polygon with n sides, apothem A, and side length S can be described by the following equation. Area equals 1/2 times A times S times N. Is this equation equivalent to the formula you developed on the bottom of the table?
Yes.
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 Example 4. Find the area of an octagon. Find the area of an octagon with a side length of 12 centimeters and an apothem of 3 centimeters. So what's our formula?
A equals Area half equals 1/2 top times side times.
Okay. So what is my apothem?
212.
No, 3. What is my side length? 12. How many sides do I have?
8.
How do you know that I have 8?
Is this an octagon?
Because it's an octagon. So 1/2 times 3 times 12 times 8 gives us what?
144.
144.
Units?
Centimeters.
Centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared. Because we're finding area.
Come on.
Alright, example 5 asks you to find the area of the figure below. So what's my formula again? 1/2 times A times
S.
times times
And
N. So for the figure, what is my apothem?
3.9.
3.9.
Side length is 6.
Side length is 6. And how many sides do I have? 6. So 1/2 times 3.9 times 6 times 6.
70.2.
Units?
Squared. Squared.
What's squared?
Feet.
Feet. Example 6. Use the net below to find the surface area of the corresponding pentagonal box. So what shapes do I have?
Squares.
Pentagon.
Yes. Squares and
Pentagon.
Are they squares?
Yes.
Rectangles.
Are you sure? They are squares.
You're rectangle.
How can you tell if they're squares or
Because
rectangles?
it's 3 times 6.
It's 3 times 6.
Squares are
So it is a rectangle. So, the dimensions of the rectangle out here are what?
6 times 3.
6 times 3.
Times
How many are like that?
5.
6 times 3 times 5 gives us how much?
Got it. 90.
Okay? The apothem. 1/2 times 2 times
90.
It equals 15.
hold on. Let's find here the pentagon. 1/2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Which gives us,
15.
and how many are like that?
2, 30.
There are 2.
Eat all the something.
Which gives us an area of 30. So what do I do with the area of the rectangles and the area of the pentagon? Add them, which gives us?
120 squared.
Thank you. Questions?
Are you doing homework?